Oh, sorry, it took my computer a minute to figure out that I wanted to make a video today. So hi everybody. Um, I don't know what date it is. It is May 12th, 2017. This is Carla from Juneau, Alaska, the Alaska Wolfpack, if you must really know. I have this new lovely soft hat today because I started a summer job and it requires that I'm outside all the time. And of course, because I'm outside all the time, the weather's going to be as junky as it possibly can be. So, um, night before last, night, be, night before last, yes, I worked until 1 a.m. watching cement dry. That was very exciting. And I was wearing the required uniform, and I thought the jacket that came with the required uniform that actually had a lining inside would be warm enough, and I was horribly mistaken. I spent the last 4 hours of my shift shivering. Nobody came and gave me a break. Nobody came and let me have lunch. I stood outside for 8 hours. Thought I was gonna die. So I lived, came home, took a shower, and the next morning I told him I am not gonna watch cement dry anymore. Please, please, please just let me be a crossing guard. So today I got to be a crossing guard for 8 hours, and that was fun. So for those of you who live in Juneau who actually watch my videos, like Christine, if you just happen to drive down to the tram, or actually, I think tomorrow I'm going to be, I'm going to be at Ferryway Crossing over by Marine Park, so you don't have to go quite as far down. It's right before the library, so I'll be there. You know where you turn. I'm giving people directions like they know where we're at. We're in Juneau, Alaska. So you know where you turn left to try and get to, let's see, what is that, Gold Street? Well, it would be Main Street, I guess. Main, front Main, behind, right next to the Marine apartment. Anyway, so you've got that three-way, and then there's Shattuck Way. Okay, you've got the main road, you've got Shattuck Way, you've got the turn there, and it's on a curve. So you know what I'm talking about. It's right after the light where Palmini used to be. Anyway, I believe I'm going to be there tomorrow until 7 p.m. So I will be wearing this beautiful soft hat because it is matching of the uniform. So isn't it glorious? I love it. It's so soft and it's so warm. I don't want to take it off. I think I'm going to sleep in it. I'm home and I'm warm and it just, oh. Tomorrow though, I will be more prepared. So we'll see. Anyway, all that stuff aside, I'm not going to make a very long video today because Sunday morning I get on a plane. I'll be in Seattle for a day for Mother's Day, doing Mother's Day things with mothers. And then on Monday I fly down to Arizona. And for those of you who enjoy or are admiring the Mucha Princess patterns, anyway, Pinky the Pink, Make It Pink of the Etsy, Ashley May herself. I'm going to be visiting her and her family next week, and while we're down there, I'm going to do an interview with Ashley. So if you have questions, any questions you want to ask of Ashley, just be reasonable, please. If she doesn't feel comfortable answering your question, she won't. We'll just skip it. But yeah, if you have a question about Ashley herself, or about how she creates her patterns, or why she chose the patterns that she chose to make from artwork to patterns so that we could stitch them, or anything, or about her beadwork. Ooh, gosh, her beadwork. And if I can remember to link all of Ashley May's stuff down below, that would be great. So yeah, you can leave your comments below. If you're a member of the Mucha Princess Patterns group, leave a question there. I'm going to put a little post there so you guys can comment there. I may go into Stitch Mania and leave a post there. And then, and Stitching Pirates, Stitch Mania. Trying to think of where else I would leave a message. Well, probably DeviantArt as well, because that's our main place. So, yeah, this is happening. Oh, what's that? You want to know what I'm drinking? Okay. It's an Australian vintage, 19 Crimes, The Banished. It's a little bit sweeter than the other 19 Crimes that I drink. I love this. Oh my gosh. During tourist season, you get the best people coming off the ships. And if you're a crossing guard, like myself, you enjoy your job. I mean, this job is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I smiled all day long because it was just fun. And there was a gentleman right before I got off work, and he's from Australia, he and his wife. And they weren't ready to cross the street yet, and there wasn't anything going on, so they were asking me questions about Juno and stuff. And so I said, well, I have a question for you. And he says, oh, fire away. So I asked him if he's ever ridden on the GAN. And he knew exactly what I was talking about. And Jody, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. And he said, no, he's never ridden it, but he plans to. But his let me see, I can't do the accent. So he said his auntie has ridden it twice, so it must not be all bad. So I think he and his wife are about my age, maybe a little bit older. So they're, between 55 and 60, something like that. So they weren't young, they weren't old, they were my age-ish, all this mess. So, but they were really nice, and they said there really isn't a good time of year to ride the GAN. He says once you get up north, it's hot, just hot. So I guess it doesn't matter. I can just go any time of the year. It'll be fine. So they were nice. They were very nice. Gosh, I could probably talk all day about my job, but I need to show you this before I end this video and drink all the wine and do all the things. So Fabrics by Stephanie, and I'll link her down below. A lot of you already know who she is, so you probably already have her. And if you don't know who she is, she's wonderful. Oops. Where are my Fabrics by Stephanie? Hold the phone. Okay, so Fabrics by Stephanie, where was I? So Stephanie had called me week before last to let me know that she was putting my fabric in the mail that day. She'd just been really sick, so she was kind of behind. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because with small businesses, there's always going to be some kind of hiccup, whether you're backed up on your orders, or you get sick, or your kids get sick, or you have an emergency, or stuff happens. I'm not really worried about it, and I think I had heard from someone else that she was off work for 2 weeks, something like that. May have been somebody else, but I could swear it was Stephanie. But the lovely girl called me and said it's going in the mail today, and I got it a few days later. I am so pleased, so pleased. And I'll show you why in just a second. So I did get Odyssey, which is yeah, I should have taken it out of the bag, but I didn't. So you get to hear me crinkling. Okay, so there's that. And I don't know if you can tell or not. Oh yeah, you can. There's some lovely blue in there. So it's got like a blue and a kind of a yellow rust, or what do you call that? Dusty rose coloring. Very pretty fabric. It's subtle, and I like that. And that color is called Odyssey. Of course I'm going to get something called Odyssey. It sounds like space. So then I got, oh gosh, you know, I love fabrics like this that look like fire. They make me happy. And now I have 3 different types from 3 different outstanding individuals. Look at this. Now, if you watch that one video where I showed all the Jody Ree fabrics that I had, and there was that one that looks like fire, and then I got this one from Chromatic Alchemy. It's a different kind of molten lava type color. Gorgeous. I think I did the fabric injustice by getting the opal, and it might actually be even more gorgeous if it was just plain. I'm thinking, yeah. So now I have 3 types of that, and it's just amazing. And then the third one, put that down there. The third one is called Winter Wishes. And I picked it because I thought it would be more of a neutral color, and I was right. It kind of has a little lavender tint to it, but with the opal, it kind of changes the hue just a little bit. So there is that, and I don't know if you're getting it that well today. I'm kind of in the dark today because most of my lamps are in the other room. I've got this, fortunately, you can't see the pile of hell that's right next to me. Thank goodness. It's part of that downsizing nonsense, but we had to dig through the boxes because my daughter wanted something the other day, and of course it was in the last box we looked at. Could have been the first box, but now, oh. Anyway, this Winter Wishes, this gorgeous stuff right here, personally, I think it would go really great with the Raven Queen. What do you think? I'm thinking, yeah. Wait, not just yeah, but hell yeah. Absolutely fabulous. And that's if I ever get back to cross stitching ever again. I was on a roll, everything was going great, you know, and then I've been so busy. So now that I'm working, they're going to work me to death, and that wasn't my intention. Part-time job as a crossing guard. Yeah, I could do that because that sounds like fun. No, this is full-time and overtime and all the time. Oh, and security. That was where I was watching the cement dry. That was fun. So anyway, Chromatic Alchemy has fabrics. Did I show you these? I know I showed you this just a second ago. And this is called Achardalin Breeze. I hope I'm saying that right. But I love the names of these fabrics, man. These guys, Chromatic Alchemy and Fabrics by Stephanie and Jody Ree, most creative names. I love them. because it's not like super red. Oh wait, did you know it's red? No. I think it's the hat, honestly. The hat is making me dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so here's Antares, and I think this one, again, I'm not going to take it out of the bag. This one would probably look prettier if it wasn't opal. So just a warning. I mean, it's gorgeous the way that it is. It's kind of a pink red. So a bright red, maybe Christmas red. But I think, again, my desire to have everything sparkle has become such a problem, and I believe I'm going to eventually have to order these fabrics without the opal, just so I can compare them and say, oh, you know, it looks better this way or better this way, I don't know. So if you have these fabrics, I'd sure like to know, because then I could see them plain. And then there is phlogiston. I think it's phlogiston, but it's this pretty fabric right here. I know it's a red and a blue with a little bit of white spots, but I think of Christmas when I look at it, so that may be a Christmas fabric. And then Muriel's Forest. I'm not taking this one out either, but see how pretty that is? I'll just turn it around for you like this. Muriel's Forest and Antares are going to my friend Crystal, because she is awesome and she deserves to have pretty, pretty fabric. So that's just that. Oh, my girl Jody over at Unconventional Cross Stitch is starting to put your favorite patterns on necklaces. Look at that. I've been really crabby lately, so this showed up in the mail and it was kind of like really appropriate. Crabby, wrinkly pumpkin man. Arr. But I'm too tired now to be crabby. Oh, wait, and there's wine, so whatever. So yeah, you know, if you have a pattern that you've stitched or one that you're going to stitch and there's actually a companion necklace to go with it, get that. Because how fun is that? You could just walk around saying, yeah, I stitched that. It's cool. Or if you just want the necklace and not stitch the pattern, you could do that too. Either way, it's all good. I'll put the links down below. And I was going to blab about all this other stuff, but you know, I'm 18 minutes in now and I just... So anyway, go check out Ashley if you don't already know who she is, and give some shout outs to questions that you have about her Etsy store, her beadwork, her patterns, how she got started, you know, any question you want to ask her, because I will have my GoPro and she and I will Q&A for hours and hours or until the wine runs out. I don't know how it's going to go down, but it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So this is one of those things, and I need to explain this to you. I may have known Ashley online for a really long time, but to me it's important that, you know, eventually you meet these people, because, you know, you spend so much time with them, quite literally. It's like being with people at work, you know, and a lot of people you actually genuinely like and you want to be with them, right? So these girls that I meet online and stuff, I want to meet them in person, you know, and I feel, at least for me, I've already met Nancy. And her folks, actually, I know her family. So when I go there, I'm just another person in their family. They don't care anymore. You know, it's just Carla. Ah. Once again, the special child. So I'll be seeing them in September, I believe. But for now, we're going to Arizona for, because we're going to go to Phoenix as well. We're going to go to Phoenix and check out all the needlework stores in this one area. We probably won't hit all of them. I don't know. I think they're making a battle plan right now for driving, so maximum effort all the way. And I think that's it. So yeah, think of some good questions and either put them down below, or if you see my comment on in Stitch Mania, I almost forgot where I was going. I'll put that comment up, and I might even Instagram-y something about that as well. So you guys can catch me there if you don't do the other stuff. So one way or another, it'll be there, so you have access to it and ask a question. So anyway, so let's see, I will post that video after I get back from Arizona, but I have a feeling I'll be working a lot. But I will try and get it done as soon as possible so that you guys can watch the interview and have fun with that. So until next time, my beautiful people, please keep on stitching.